What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today it's the first Blu-ray haul for this channel. I like to do one of these once a month because I'm constantly shopping, adding to the collection. I love physical media. I still will stream occasionally, but to be honest, I prefer the physical media. For one thing, streaming, they change up their movies, they edit out their movies, and we don't want that. Get that original copy that you know is not going to be changed, and also the quality's better. There ain't no buffering, okay? So for personal reasons, and cool, it's nice to have the collection, the actual physical copy. I know it's old school style, but that's my style. And so I have a whole bunch of Blu-rays here I'm going to show you that I bought in the last month or so, and then every month I'll have a new one updating you, and I'll give you a little review on each of these that I've seen. Some of them I haven't quite seen yet. And the first one I picked up here at Walmart, it was pretty cheap. It's like a steelbook, pretty cool. Terminator Genisys. This is not one of the best in the franchise. It's probably maybe the most hated in the franchise. Terminator's a complete mess of a franchise that just can't get going after those first two. They keep trying to start new trilogies, and they'll make one movie and nobody likes it, and then they stop. And then they try again a few years later and nobody likes it and they stop. And just a never-ending cycle there with Terminator. Genisys was one of them. It was supposed to be a trilogy and nobody liked it, and they went back to the drawing board. Came out with Dark Fate a little bit later. Dark Fate was received a little better, but it doesn't look like that's going to be a trilogy either, which they said it was going to be. So it's just a crazy franchise. But Terminator Genisys, I liked the first half. I liked the tone. I liked the overall idea, but then the second half just goes batshit crazy with John Connor like a villain, and it's just too insane for me. But overall, I can still watch it, get some fun enjoyment out of Terminator Genisys, and I thought this was a pretty cool, having the steelbook for fairly cheap, and as a diehard Terminator fan, I decided to pick it up. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Total Recall. An absolute classic. I saw this one at Best Buy. Pretty cheap. This is the 30th anniversary 4K. Okay, 4K slash Blu-ray slash digital right here. That awesome cover right here. Oh, yeah. That was, I had to get it. I had to get it. Total Recall. And, you know, they did have that remake, reboot, whatever. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. This is where it's at. The Schwarzenegger version. Total Recall. Absolute masterpiece, hands down. By the way, Terminator Genisys, I would say, is a see it if you're bored. Total Recall, masterpiece. So really happy about this one. This movie is so fun. It's so awesome. I watched it since buying this. Obviously, I have a lot of these movies I'll have older, different copies, either VHS tape or DVD or something like that. And in this particular case, I think I have the old tape. It was time to upgrade. Definitely time to upgrade. This is one I saw at the thrift store for like $1. And I just remember seeing the preview back in 2014 or so, and it looked pretty funny. I remember they made this sex tape, and it was supposed to be private, but it got out there, got up on the cloud. He's like, it's on the cloud. It's in the cloud. What can I do? She's like, get it off the cloud. No, once it's in the cloud, you can't get it off the cloud. And I thought it was a pretty funny trailer. So I thought the movie would be funny, but it's not. It's not that good. You know, a couple of laughs maybe, but overall, hard pass on this one. But, you know, I picked it up for $1, so it's in my collection. Don't know if I'll ever watch it again or not. Here we have Scarface. Absolute classic right here. The gold edition. Okay, had to pick this one up. Al Pacino. This one is a classic. Seen it 100 million times. I know I have other copies of it. Maybe a VHS or a DVD, but had to upgrade on this one and get the latest, greatest. So I don't know if it's the actual greatest. It's not a 4K, but it is the Blu-ray Gold edition. Looked pretty awesome. I like the slip cover and everything. But Scarface, if you haven't seen Scarface, don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need to think about what you're doing with it and just try to get better. Next up, we have Rocketman. Okay, with Elton John. Actually, it's about Elton John. I think Elton John does appear at the very end, the real Elton John, little pictures or something. But Taron Egerton is actually in the movie as Elton John. And this one I was really excited about. I'm a huge Elton John fan. I plan to see him in concert here on this next tour, which is going to be his last. So I definitely want to check Elton John out before he retires. But the movie, it's got a lot of his songs in it. Taron Egerton sings them pretty well. But the problem I had with the movie, and this is not really a criticism, this is how they wanted to do it. It's like a musical. They bust out in song, like in the middle of the drama, and it's like, whoa. And it really takes me out of the movie because I'm trying to watch a real life story of this guy. I want to see what happened. I know it's going to be dramatized and it's not all going to be perfectly accurate, but give me something that I can get into the story. Instead, they start singing all of a sudden. And it's a way to get more of Elton John songs in the movie, but it just takes me way out of the movie. I'm not a fan of musicals for the most part, with few exceptions. So this is basically a musical. Other than that, there are some cool scenes, but as soon as you get into it, they start singing. So I didn't love that about it. And also the fact the songs are completely out of order. He'll start singing one of his 1980s or 1990s songs like early in his career in the 60s or something. It's like, wait, that song didn't even come out for another 20 years. Why are they singing it here? Makes no sense. So that movie kind of pissed me off, but I would say it's good, not great. Good, not great. Picked up Ghostbusters 1 and 2. I do have the old tapes, but I needed to upgrade here. I wanted to watch a nice, crisp Blu-ray version of this before I did my reviews leading up to Ghostbusters Afterlife. I think Ghostbusters 1 is a masterpiece. Ghostbusters 2 is freaking awesome. I also picked up this on eBay. Sucks. Kick-Ass. Sorry about the green screen, kind of jacked that up a little bit, but Kick-Ass is a movie my brother sent me, and I thought that this was really good. It surprised me. I was like, how have I never heard of this movie? How could I never heard of this movie? I guess it came out maybe a little bit before the superhero craze or whatever, but this movie is fun. This movie is kick-ass, actually. And so is Kick-Ass 2. Not as good. Not as good. I'd say Kick-Ass is freaking awesome. Kick-Ass 2 is good, not great, but they're both a lot of fun. And I was like, whoa, where did these movies come from? Never heard of them. I really, honestly, had never heard of those movies. Kick ass. Here we have The Crow. I picked this one up because I hadn't seen it since 1994. So it was time to see it again. I don't own it. I think I watched it in theaters at the time, but I don't remember anything about it. And it's time to, maybe review the entire Crow franchise, which I had not seen any of them except this one. And that was back when I was 14 years old. I don't remember a thing about it because at the time we were more fascinated with what would it look like. Brandon Lee passed away during filming. That was the big story. And I don't even remember if the movie was good. So I picked this one up. This was cheap somewhere. Thought I might as well check it out. 1917. This is a movie I wanted to see in theaters. Didn't get the opportunity. But it's pretty cool because it's like actually two long shots. Basically one long shot. But there is a moment in the middle where it kind of goes black for a few seconds and then continues on. But really masterfully done here with the filmmaking, the editing and everything, and it's really cool. It's really intriguing, and it's a pretty badass movie. And I will say that there's a couple of things that I thought were a little unrealistic about it, and I think that's due to the fact that they were trying to do that one shot, so things happen really quickly. You're like, whoa, okay, well, now he's here, now he's there. Whoa, what's happening now? And so you're trying to get a lot into those 2 hours without having the benefit of saying, okay, some time has passed. No time passes. It's one continuous shot. So it's a fascinating movie, and I definitely would say it's a great film. You might want to check it out. I don't know if I would say it's freaking awesome to me, but it's great. I'll definitely be watching it again. Which brings us to the movie. You see the poster behind me. Picked this one up day before yesterday at Walmart in the bin. I was like, I need to see these movies. I can't believe I've never seen these movies. But at the time they were coming out, to be honest, I just thought they would suck. And I might be right. I've only watched the first one so far, and it was better than I thought it was going to be. I have issues with it, but it was passable. It was a good time. Definitely a good time. If all three of them are at that level, I'll be very happy. Of course, oftentimes we know that movies, franchises get worse as they go along. But the original Expendables, I would say, is good, not great. Good, not great on that one. But I haven't checked out part 2 and 3 yet. I will. I'm going to start part 2 tonight. And the Expendables, obviously, I mean, the cast is just insane. Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren. Obviously, Sylvester Stallone makes an appearance. Eric Roberts is in it. Steve Austin is in it. Just all these classic names. Terry Crews. And that's just the first one. The second one, Jean-Claude Van Damme joins the party. Chuck Norris joins the party. And then the third one, Wesley Snipes joins the party. Just absolutely insane. Mel Gibson, Harrison Ford, Arnold Schwarzenegger appears in all three. I don't know how much screen time he gets. I know he didn't get much in the first, but wow. The cast is just insane, right? And if you're an 80s action fan, you'd be like first in line. But I honestly just thought this is going to be dumb, dude. These are going to be dumb. And it kind of was, but at the same time, it was better than I thought it was going to be. We'll see with parts 2 and 3, though. I may review this franchise. I'm thinking about it. This one here, Matt Damon, Stillwater. Have not had a chance to watch it yet. It was one I wanted to see in theaters. Didn't get the chance. Picked this one up at Best Buy. And it's about... He's just like... Matt Damon's just like a roughneck from Oklahoma. He's got to go I think, to Italy, or he has to go. His daughter is in trouble, so he's got to go there, and he's got to deal with all the cultural differences and language barriers. But this ain't no Jason Bourne, though. This is just some roughneck from Oklahoma going over there, so it's going to be really interesting. At least I hope it will be, to watch him, maneuver his way through a foreign country as just a rig, an oil rig worker from Oklahoma. So it's going to be interesting, I hope. Hopefully it's really good. I don't know yet. Let me know if you've seen Stillwater. This one here is the Matrix trilogy. I actually have these, of course, all 3 VHS tapes, old school. I may have the DVDs, I'm not sure, but I picked up this to watch and review as we get ready for the new Matrix movie. So I'll be watching these and reviewing these over the next couple weeks because that movie's coming up. By the way, I love the original Matrix, masterpiece, and the next 2, I know most people don't like them. I don't mind them. I don't mind them. They're not that great. They kind of go a little they go a little batshit crazy, no doubt about it. If I remember right, I think Matrix Reloaded, I would say, I've seen them so many times. I would say Matrix Reloaded, maybe good, not great. Matrix Revolutions, maybe I would say the same thing. Maybe good, not great for both of them. I don't know. I don't think I would say see it if you're bored. I'd say at least good. At least they're good, but definitely not great. Definitely not masterpieces. Some people would say they're complete trash. But I'm a Matrix fan. I enjoy them. And here we have a movie called Motherless, Brookyln. Saw this one at Walmart. Looked interesting. I just said I'm going to pick it up. I like the cast. Look at this cast. Edward Norton, Bruce Willis, Alec Baldwin. He's having his own personal issues right now. And there is someone else here as well. Willem Dafoe is in this movie. So Willem Dafoe right there. So a really good cast. And I'm not sure. I don't want to mess her name up. Gugu. And there's her last. I don't want to say it wrong. But she's really good in the movie too. Not sure how to pronounce her name. But this movie was really interesting. Really interesting. A really good watch. It's not going to be action-packed. It's not going to probably blow you away. Anything like that, but it is a really powerful movie, and it's pretty good one too. Beautiful, powerful film. It says on the back, Norton at his very best. Yeah, and it's basically about Edward Norton's character as a detective who has Tourette's, and it's so in that way it can be funny at times too, because he has major issues, Tourette's, and it'll cause him to do funny things, throughout the movie. No, it's not really funny, but the movie makes it a little bit funny, and I think it's supposed to be, and it makes, an overall basic plot about, trying to find out who killed his friend. It makes it more interesting because he's got to deal with this affliction while he's doing this investigation, and also has a lot of other really interesting plot points. It's just it's a pretty deep movie. I would say great film, and check it out. And the last one here, Mud. This one is a movie I saw back in, I feel like 2012. I don't know when it came out. It feels like it's been a long time. Yeah, 2012. Exactly 2012 is when this movie came out. And I saw this one working out at the gym because my gym has a movie screen, a little movie area where you can go run on the treadmills and you can watch a movie. And I watched this movie there, and I really loved it. And so I've been wanting to pick it up, and I happened to see it cheap and picked it up. So I haven't watched it again since then, but I know I loved this movie. I can tell you it's about a couple of kids, very young kids, who run into this guy on some deserted island. They're rowing their boat to the island to kind of just look around. They don't expect to be anyone there, anyone to be there. And Mud, this guy, that's who they call him. They call him Mud. He's there, and he kind of becomes kind of a father figure for them because they have their own problems, and it's really interesting. And crazy things happen. It's also got Reese Witherspoon in it, but. Yeah, the child actors are, especially one of them, the main child actors, is really awesome. But great cast here, and of course Matthew McConaughey is always great. So those are the movies I picked up in the last month or so. Hope you got something out of that. And if you enjoyed this movie, I wish this was a movie. If you enjoyed this video, look forward to another Bluray Haul early next month in January, and I'll show you all the movies I bought in December. So you guys have a great day. Let me know if any of those movies sound interesting to you. If you want me to do a full review on any of them, I am thinking about doing one on the Expendables. You see the poster behind me. But other than that, you guys have a great day. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. We will talk to y'all next time.